Hi guys, welcome to our community Codeco. In this tutorial, we are going to see basic syntax in R programming language. So first we will see why we are learning basic syntax. Okay. So R is the most popular language, right? For what? For statistical computing, data analysis, and data science job roles, right? So it's not a simple task to work with these fields, right? So here we are going to use more than 10,000 plus free packages which are presented in CRA and respiratory. So, like any other programming language, R has a specific syntax which is important to understand if you want to make use of its powerful features. Okay. So that's why we are going to see basic syntax in this tutorial. First we will work with small function, print function. Okay. So just I want to print hello world. Okay. So just I am giving print function and double quotes hello world. So if I run this line of function in the console, I am able to see hello world, right? Let me say I want to add 1 plus 5. Okay. So print of 1 plus 5. So I am adding 1 plus 5. So what's the result here? 6. We are able to see, right? So a program in R is made up of 3 things. What are the 3 things here? Variables, comments, and keywords. Okay. Let me type it here. So R program is made up of 3 things. Just remember. So what are the 3 things? Variables, comments, and what's the last thing? Keywords. So what's the use of variables here? Variables are used to store the data. And what's the main use of comments here? Comments are used to improve code readability. So the normal person, if he sees the program, if you use the comments, he can read or he can understand the program very easily. So what's the use of the program and what's the use of the line? Okay. So in this way you can use the comments. And what's the main purpose of keywords here? Keywords are the reserved words that hold specific meaning to the compiler. So we cannot use keywords as functions or variables. Let us start or let us discuss about each and every thing here. So first we will start with variables. So why we are going for variables? Up to now we are working with print statement, right, or print function. Then why we are going for variables? See here, when we are using print function, we don't have a way to address them as to perform further operations. We cannot do any operations, right? If I want to combine hello world plus 6, how I am going to combine both print statements? We are not able to do like that, right? To overcome this problem, we are going for variables. So how variables works? So here, if I name any variable name, that name reserves some memory in memory location. For what it's giving, or it's having some memory location in memory space to store the data which we are going to give, right? So it's any type of data, whether it is integer or it's float, any type of data is going to store in that specific location inside the variable. So that's how variables use it for, right? So here the assignment can be done in 3 ways. Okay. So what are the 3 ways? So for variables we can assign in 3 ways, right? So what are the 3 ways here? First one is simple assignment. So for that we are going to use equal to. Second one is leftward assignment. For that we are going to use less than and dash. Third one is rightward assignment. For that we are going to use dash and greater than. Okay. So these are the 3 assignments we can do when we are working with our variables. So let's see the example of each and every type of assignment. Okay. Let me give here var1 equal to simple assignment. Okay, simple assignment. Okay. So let me give var2 less than dash of leftward assignment, because it represents leftward assignment, right? So to remember easily, I am giving that name inside the or that name I am assigning to that variable. Okay, so leftward, yeah, leftward assignment. The last type is rightward assignment. So in where 3 I am assigning that. So for that we are going to assign in left side, right? So first we have to assign what we are going to assign, and then we are going to give the variable name. So here I am going to assign rightward assignment, right? So rightward assignment, now I am going to give dash and greater than var 3. Here you have to remember, when we are doing simple assignment, just we can give variable name and then we can give what we want to assign to that variable. And for that second type, for leftward assignment also, we can give first a variable name and then less than dash, and we can give what we want to assign to that specific variable. But for third type, please remember that first we have to give what we are going to assign to that specific variable, and then we are going to give variable name. Okay, so let me run these 3 lines. Okay, yeah, see here you are able to see, right? It's print, yeah, sorry, I had okay, just I will print 3 variables. Okay, just it's shown the commands. Okay, sorry. Okay, just I will print all the variables. Variable 1, print of variable 2, print of variable 3. Okay, we will work with these 3 lines. Okay, see, just I am running, it's showing, right, print of var 1. So inside the var 1 I am assigned simple assignment, right? So that's why it's printing simple assignment for var 1. If I am trying to print var 2, what I assigned in var 2, leftward assignment, that's why it's showing leftward assignment. In the same way for var 3 it's showing rightward assignment. So this is all about assigning variables and variables. Now we will move on to comments. So here comments is nothing but we are going to say something to the user if he want to know about the programming language or what's the program used for. Okay, see, now here I had used so many comments, right, when we are discussing about variables. So this slash is used for commenting something. So in our programming language we have only single line comments. Okay, but we can place some small trick and we can write multi-line comment. Okay, so let me show you that small trick. Okay, so just I am going if of false. So false should be in caps. Okay, false, and here inside that I am going to give multi-line comment. Okay, so double quotes, this is sorry, inside either double quote. Okay, so if I do like this, we can give multi-line comments. Okay, so just I will, yeah, see, it's I had written 2 lines, right? So just I will run this. Okay, up from here to here. Yeah, see, I had run this, that's why it's showing like this. Just I will run this entire script tab. Okay, so for that I am using source. See, here you are able to see hello world, 6 for first 2 print statements, and these 3 for print var 1, var 2, var 3, but it's not printing this if false statement, right, or this condition or this loop. So this how we can write multi-line comment. Okay, so R will not support multi-line comment, that's why we came with this trick. Okay, if we use like this, we can write our multi-line comments. Please remember one thing, R supports single line comments. Okay, now we will go for keywords. Keywords are the words reserved by a program because they have specific meaning, thus a keyword can't be used as a variable name or function name. We have keywords like if, else, while, repeat, for, function and so on. So how we are going to see reserved words? By typing help of reserved. Okay, see here in help you are able to see the reserved words, right? See if, else, repeat, while, function, for, in, yeah. If we click on this everything, you are able to see, you are able to learn about each and every keyword. Okay, see if I click on if, see it's showing control flow. So it's saying everything about if, what are the arguments, details, values, reference and everything, and even examples. Okay, so you can also learn like this. Okay, see here you have to remember one thing, that R is a sensitive language. Okay, so here capital to true and small true are not same. Okay, see I had given capital true first and then I am giving small true. See the color is difference because here capital true is keyword, but this first capital T and RUE, this true is a variable. Okay, so here keywords we are going to give in caps or how it is. Okay, see here for if keyword is both in small, right? If, so that is keyword, just I will give if. See it's showing in blue color. Now I will give in caps. See it's not showing in blue color, that's why. So it is a keyword, but here capital IF is a variable name. Okay, and here if, else, repeat, while, function, for, in, next and break are used for control flow statements and declaring user defined functions. Okay, true, false are used for boolean functions, and we are going to use NaN. Okay, see just I am typing NaN. Okay, capital N, small a and capital N again. This defines not a number value. Okay, and we are also have null. Okay, sorry, everything is capital, yeah, null. So this is defined to undefined value. This is used for undefined value. Okay, and INF, yeah, so first I is in capital and NF. So this keyword is used for infinity values. Okay, so these are few keywords you can learn by typing this. Okay, this statement, 19th statement, help of reserved, and also you can get by using another statement like giving question mark. Okay, question mark and reserved. Okay, so just I will run that line. Yeah, sorry, 20th line, right? Yeah, 20th line. See again it's showing to that page, right? Reserved words in R. So you can use these two commands to learn about each and every keyword. That's it for today's tutorial. We will meet in another tutorial.